Hey and welcome to episode 31 of Dragon Age Origins. As you can see, I arrived back here in Orzarmmar, where it all began. In the last episode, when we entered Orzarmmar, there was like a fight going on between Harrowmont's men and Bhelen's men, and one of Bhelen's men eventually cut down one of Harrowmont's guards, and it looks like all of Orzammar is in a bit of disarray. And based on the stuff that we're seeing right now, I feel like of course on Harrowman's side, given the knowledge that Bhelen betrayed us in the past, he killed our brother and then framed us for it. Because I feel like he only did all of that so he could become king, but the way that he's working about, it's more like a mafia boss. If anything, he's like working like a mafia guy. But we explored a bit of Orzarmmar right now. It was only like we went into this store of Jannar armorers, and we talked with this lady over here, Vilda, because her son went missing in the deep roads, and he hasn't been found ever since he went missing like a few years ago. And since we are Grey Wardens, we are allowed to just go into the deep grounds if we want to, and it wouldn't be a problem, so to say. So we offered to help her out. Let's go ahead and like talk more with the people here. There are like a few commoners around, but also I believe there's like maybe a few stores that we can interact with.
The ancestors are punishing us for not following Branka. That's why good King Endrin died.
I wonder who this Brunk is because everyone is saying that she's. I think she's a paragon, but that's what they were saying when we entered the Hall of Heroes. I believe it was called. I'm not completely sure. And everyone is like talking
What is
about her,
that
but I wonder who
smell?
that is.
Dwarven vomit. Charming.
What is he smelling? Also, I love that the lava is like flowing down here next to the um bar or pub.
Did you see that fight? In the old days, those men would have been told to join the Legion of the Dead. At least then they'd put that anger to good use. But not these days.
I wonder what the Legion of the Dead is. Is that like an army of the dwarves?
Sod it all, the exile. Never thought I'd see your face in the commons. Never thought I'd be glad to either. But this can only help Bhelen. Whether he forgives you or you scare people, it's another crack in the old way.
Ah, so it sounds like he's on Balin's side. You are very eager to support my brother.
He has the legitimate claim, thanks to your failed grab. You abused the old ways, and now he has a chance to change them. I see where the gold is. It flows topside. Bhelen will guide us to adopt a new way. Of course, he can't come out and say that.
So you approve of this chaos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
A blight is coming, or Zamar can't be divided.
Orzarmmar will decide what we can or can't be. Blight may be imminent on the surface, but our warriors are well seasoned against dark spawn. There will be topsiders left for trade. There's no end to them.
Let me see what you have in store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Wow, okay. Is there anything that we could use, perhaps? Oh, Dwarven Longsword. Dwarven Mage, some armor. Ooh, this is a gift, we can get that. And another gift. And another one. Oh, there's so many. There we go. I think we're good for now. There we go. Is there a guard here?
Ancestors smile on you.
Thank you. And Brother Burkle?
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
Wait, he's a dwarf, but he believes in the Maker? Don't all dwarves believe in the way of the stone? Why are you evoking a human god?
The Maker brought forth this world and every creature in it. He chose a human woman as his prophet and bride, but he loves all races. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzarmmar.
Whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
So we got a new quest from that, a chant in the deep. Help Brother Burkle establish a chantry in Orzarmmar. Brother Burkle would like to establish a chantry in Orzarmmar to spread the chant of light to the dwarves. However, he needs the permission from the Shaperid to do so. You told Brother Burkle that you would speak to the Shaper of Memories on his behalf. The Shaper can be found in the Noble Quarter. We can talk to him, just figure out what they would say. I'm kind of curious if they would agree to it or not. So this leads down to Dusttown, right? Yeah. I think I'll go here and check this out and see. So over here it leads to the deep roads. This is the proving grounds, Diamond Quarter, Figer's Imports, Hall of Heroes, and the Tapster's Tavern. Perhaps we could go to the tavern, check out what's in here. Here we go. Let's see if we can talk to anyone.
Ah, someone puked here. Barmaid, clean that up.
Ooh.
You're not welcome here, exile. I don't care if you're a Grey Warden. I liked your brother. If you need to speak to one of my patrons, do it quickly. But don't expect me to serve you.
Oh, is that the girl that we saw in Bhelen's room in the very beginning of the game? Do you serve Bhelen?
Yes, and he disgusts me as much as ever. But with him, you know what you're getting. I expected more from you.
Bhelen killed Trian. I was framed.
That I could believe, but don't think I'll take your word on it. Now what do you want here?
Never mind.
Good. Now stop cluttering up my bar.
If you take my word for it, but you won't believe it, why take my word for
old
it?
King Endrin. He was a good man.
Yeah.
There's an ale out there with my name on it.
Like an ale's 3 silvers a tumbler.
See.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you?
I am. Can we talk with Nevin?
Afternoon, stranger. You looking for a stool to share a brew?
Who are you?
Name's Naveen. I fight with Prince Bhelen's expeditionary field unit. Yourself?
Haha. I'm Lady Amethyst the Dukin.
Aye. I heard the Grey Wardens picked you out of the deep. Good folks, Wardens. I was in the deep roads when that one came by. What was his name? Dukan, Dunka, something like that.
You knew Duncan?
I met him, sure. Good man. Solid. He knows what we go through in the deep roads. Not many do. Not even the ones who live this close. You have to be on the front lines.
You work for Bhelen?
I go where I'm sent, fight when I'm there, and leave politics where it belongs.
Who's your unit fighting?
Darkspawn. Not much use in turning our weapons elsewhere while those vermin still live.
Thanks for the drink, but I should go.
Watch yourself. Orzarmmar politics are getting near as dangerous as battle.
Can only imagine. Is he singing in like his native tongue? Can we talk with them? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's go here then.
Just take a table. I'll be right with you.
Whew. Hey, there's two of you.
Everywhere! I can't take it!
Hello?
What? Get away! You'll change like the rest! Monsters hidden in all my friends!
What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my ass. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie.
Ooh.
I want...
Unbound. Something is working behind the scenes in Ferelden. The notes you have acquired from that or terrified adventures point to an ancient evil, or at least an ancient man telling stories of ancient evil. You have cause to speak with Vilmedan, who lives somewhere in Denerim. And so we have Unbound. What did they... It looks like it's something we may have read. Yeah. I read this and that was this as well. So I believe this is the newest one. 3 weathered parchment with 3 versions of the same incomplete story. Excerpt. And when his kingdom fell, so disappeared the stolen riches of an age. The beast, the unbound, dormant until one of true spirit claims his throne. So must hunt the hero of his people, the principled, who would search of ancient evil. This is how they make a real difference. Scribbled in the corner in a shaky hand. 3 pages, 3 ages. Same story, updated. Same as the tavern song, but older. Signature torn on purpose, but compare and get film Madon. All from him. How? So we have to go to this guy in Denerim, I imagine. We can do that later on.
I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
Ooh.
Sit down, have a drink, enjoy life.
Let's see.
Like an ale, straight up.
Excuse me, I'd rather be alone.
Fair enough. Let's talk with Lord Helmi.
Lord Dennick Helmi, honored Desher of the Orzarmmar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. So I'm curious. You've been living on the surface, right? Does it function any worse than Orzarmmar for having abolished caste?
You know me? Word travels fast.
You don't get far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard the princess was back and had become a Grey Warden. With the company you keep, it wasn't hard to guess.
I doubt the Assembly approves of your stand on the castes.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzarmmar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
How does the caste system work anyway?
Badly. Oh, you're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the Assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
So you get to vote on the next king.
Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality.
Who are you voting for?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Quarter in his life. But Lord Harrowmont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Bhelen's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzarmmar matters more to him than winning.
We should get going.
As you wish.
It's interesting to hear everyone's side on this. I believe we spoke to them, right?
We've a bit of stew on the
yeah.
fire.
Okay, let's get out here then, and we can check out the other side of this floor. Perhaps later on we can go to Dusttown then, and also to the Diamond Quarter.
Orzarmmar welcomes the Grey Wardens.
Oh, thank you. There's another commoner here.
You could not have come to Orzarmmar at a worse time.
I can only imagine. There's a commoner here.
I miss old Indran. He was a good man.
It seems like everyone loved the king, or our father.
I could never go to the surface. It must be so strange there.
Someone here.
The great paragon Branka will never return. The ancestors have taken her from this world.
Did she die?
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dusttown. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
There we go. A lost nug. Nug Wrangler Bormore has lost his nug inventory. Find one of them to get him back on his feet. We can take care of that. It sounds like maybe something behind. A nug could be behind here, but it doesn't look like it. I hear it though. It's almost like a bunny and a pig.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Hello.
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too?
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
The Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
You want to leave Orzarmmar?
I want to go to the Circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzarmmar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the Circle your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts.
Ah.
I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
An unlikely scholar. So bring Dagna's request to the Circle of Magi. You met a young dwarven woman named Dagna, whose biggest wish is to study magic at the Circle of Magi. Even though dwarves are incapable of doing magic, she wants to study its theory. You agree to go to the Circle to ask them if Dagna can study there. We can take care of that.
I hear the surface kingdoms are having problems too. It's not just down here.
There we go. Do you have
Greetings,
anything?
and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium effects?
Of course we are. You should know that. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
Okay, is there anything good, perhaps? Oh. Got some dwarven armor. It's a golden mirror. We can give that. And a gold amulet. Another bracelet. There we go. I think that's good for now. Let's see what's down here.
At least there are no pigeons here.
There's a nug here. Can get that. You wrangle the nug into a box ready for a delivery to Bormare. There's a runestone here as well. The Shaper's Life. Orzarmmar has carved a legacy from the stone, but history is more than the comings and goings that fill the streets. These caverns are old cuts and well-traveled. The true will of the stone is revealed far from the halls of politics and commerce. The Shaper must step away from the familiar and seek out revelation from the frontier or buried secrets from paths abandoned. The Shaper must first walk away if he is to return. First steps from the Shaper's life. That's interesting. So it looks like the Shaper takes care of the history here.
I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesh's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Why do you need patrols?
Don't let the comm fool you. The Darkspawn are down there, aren't they, Commander?
Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, they made their move on the surface.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
Are Darkspawn the only danger in these tunnels?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers? I believe we ran into those
Ugly
already.
Beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Legion of the Dead?
You know the Legion, don't you? Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
I don't know if I should say this because I still want to look around a bit, so I should go for now.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
I highly doubt that. It's most likely that we will return again. Let's return to him so we can take care of that.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I got a nug for you here.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Sure. There we go. Don't forget to wash your hands. Are they that dirty? So it looks like this goes to the diamond quarters. Let's go to Dust Town first and see what's there. And perhaps then we could go... Oh, wait, there's another knock. There we go. So we can go to Dust Town first. And then check out... the Diamond Quarter. Because that's where we need to go for Harrowmont. And I believe also... Bhelen.
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Yep, I believe so. Oh, hello. Okay, let's attack them. You can attack them. And attack them. There we go. I can do critical strike. Alistair can do shield pummel. You can turn... Is this on? I'm guessing so. Perhaps you can do this there. And then with Morrigan, I can go from here. And we can do that. And you can attack them and do Winter's Grasp. Can go back here. I can do Mighty Blow.
Oh, this should be good.
There we go. Attack them. And attack them. Ah, there's one behind. There we go.
Another battle, I see.
And go here.
Smaller digits and stay down.
Here we go.
Good. Another down.
I wonder why they attacked us. We just came here. Did they drop anything? It doesn't look like it. There is rubble here though. We got the casteless. The caste system in Orzarmmar includes many groups of privilege, the nobility and the warriors above all others, but to a lesser degree the merchants and the smiths and the miners. Tradition establishes a clear hierarchy, but as in any culture with an upper class, there is also a clear underclass. These unfortunates, the so-called casteless, are believed to be descendants of criminals and other undesirables. They have been looked down upon since Orzarmmar's foundation. They have taken up residence in a place called Dust Town, a crumbling ruin on the fringe of Orzarmmar's common areas. Orzarmmar society considers these casteless lower than even the servant class. Indeed, the casteless are not allowed to become servants as it is too honorable a position. They are seen as little better than animals, their faces branded at birth to mark them as the bastard children of the kingdom. Their home district, little more than a slum, is a haven for crime, organized and otherwise. Orzarmmar's guards seemingly cannot be bothered to patrol its streets. The best that most casteless dwarf can hope for is a life the whim of a local crime lord, ended abruptly by violence or an overabundance of toxic lichen ale. Even so, there is some hope for the casteless, a dangling rope that offers a way up into the greater Orzarmmar society. Since the dwarf's caste is determined by the parent of the same sex, the male child of a nobleman is part of the nobleman's house, and the child house and caste. Strangely, it is acceptable for casteless women to train in the arts of courtly romance to woo nobles and warriors. They are known as noble hunters. Any male born from such a union is considered a joyous event, considering the low rate of dwarven fertility. The mother and entire family are then taken in by the father's house, although they retain their caste. The dwarves we know on the surface are also considered casteless once they leave Orzarmmar, although this is only relevant to those who return, if they are allowed to return at all. Dwarves who leave for the surface, the sun-touched, as they're often called behind their backs, lose their connection to the stone and the favor of the ancestors, and thus are worthy of little more than pity, for upon dying they are said to be lost to the stone forever. But that way it seems a sad existence indeed. From Stone Halls of the Dwarves by Brother Genetivi, John Scholar. I wonder why the dwarves are so strict with these casts and why they need to have this. There's someone here that we can
Who
talk
are you?
with.
You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Amethyst, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I would have to hear what you're asking.
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
It must be dangerous if you're paying so much.
Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
I don't have that kind of money.
Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
I'm not sure if I would turn them in, since they are already castless and they're looked down upon badly. I don't want to bring more, unfortune to them.
Whoever you're looking for, it's not me, I swear.
It's okay, don't worry. I'm not looking for anyone. There's a beggar here.
I see the way they all look at me. They think I'm less than dirt.
Yikes. A codex on dwarven propriety. I believe we read this. So I'm guessing this is the rest of it. Your effort have been exemplary, but these self-proclaimed cartels must defer to the assembly and restore order. Exclusion from caste and society is no excuse. Perhaps suggest that it would be a simple matter to march on the quarter, or simpler still to withdraw infrastructure support. A tunnel breach would be most unfortunate, but current policy direction prohibits any deals that would legitimize cartel operations. Downward pressure on certain elements of our society have proven useful in shoring up the economy with an excess of affordable labor. It also encourages enlistment in the Legion of the Dead, that one accepted path to partial redemption and a vital force of our weakening front lines. This model suffers when criminals create their own hierarchies with alternative methods of social advancement. Every stone has a face that can't be carved, a site that must be earthward. We need their so-called dust down, but it would be inadvisable to include that in your negotiations. We have the utmost faith in your kept. The rest is obscured with bloodstains. From a confidential assembly directive regarding proliferation of cartels. So it looks like there's a group growing around by the name of the cartel, so to say.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Ooh, is that a demo of Nabari? Yes, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You must have to hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
Have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I shall try. Oh no, they're not Mabari, they're Nugs. I was like, why did they kill a fucking dog?
So hungry.
No.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help a poor cripple.
Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself some food.
You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still worked. Not many from your parts even bring coin down here, much less share it. You got a vice to fill? Old Nadezda can set you right up.
How did you get crippled?
I'd say it was an accident, try to get some sympathy coin, but you look like you'd rather hear the truth. I was running protection for the Carta when some guardsmen caught me. Duster I was with had coin for a bribe, but I took a stand. Guardsmen broke my sodding kneecaps and had me kneel in dung until the infection set in. Never healed proper.
Jesus. Can they just get away with that?
You think they shouldn't? You take them fancy clothes and tell the assembly attacking a casteless should be a crime. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzarmmar, and you'll live your life in Dusttown.
What do you mean by brand?
Means you don't exist. It tells everyone who sees you not to work with you, not to serve you, and not to care if you're hurt. The Deep Lords burn it into us the day we're born, so no one accidentally oversteps her place.
Where's a body go? That's a weird sentence. Where's a body go to get drunk around here?
If you have that kind of coin, Salroka, you don't want to drink what they've got here. Take yourself up to Tapster's. Long as your face isn't branded, they've got anything you want.
Should get going.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
There we go. Someone here.
Stop staring. Stop staring at my face.
Ah, they must be
Spare a bit
ashamed
for
of
the needy? Please. It's not for me, it's for my child.
Aww. I want to say, like, they must be ashamed that they have the cast on their face.
Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough
Oh,
for a
she
daughter
doesn't have
who
the
would bring him
cast.
into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout.
And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
I don't like to see a child suffer.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
We can take care of that. Let's see. Persuade Terlinda's father to take her back. He met Terlinda and a penniless young woman in the slums, once part of the mining caste. She was disowned for having a son with a casteless man and is now alone and destitute. You agree to try to persuade her father Ordell to take her back so she and her child can lead normal lives. Otto frequents Chapster's tavern in Orzarmmar, so we can go back there then for him. Can we go in here? Ooh. This door appears to be made of solid stone. There are no visible means of opening it. On closer inspection, there is a small slot concealed in a fold of the stone, just big enough for a finger. Look through the slot. You see nothing but blackness. Do nothing. There we go. Perhaps if we find something, maybe it would open up. There's another beggar here, it looks like.
You looking for some excitement, honey? You came to the right place.
There's also something here. It's the slums house?
As you say.
Oh, hello, Shale. What does this lead? Oh, it looks like it's just like a room. It's a chest here.
It is begun.
Ah, we lost a dwarven mace. There's another one here. Hopefully we won't break anything. We got dwarven armored gloves. There we go. I think that's it. It looks like. Let's get out then. Here we go. And we can go back to the main city. Here we go. Up here. So we can go here now. And perhaps meet with the dad. Ah, here he is.
What are you looking at, stranger?
Are you Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
Let's try to persuade him. If you don't take Sir Linda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
He's a baby, not a cur. And she loves him.
Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
There we go. So we have to return to Celinda with good news. That was easy to take care of. It's a good thing we have our cunning so high. Let's go through here again. Go all the way back to Dust Town. Yes, please. I hear a knock nearby as well. There. Can get it. Go all the way here. Back to Sir Linda. Here we go. Hello.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
No. There we go. Celinda has returned to her family. She was overjoyed. That's good. Here we go. Let's go back then. I believe we have to go now to the Diamond Quarter. I'm not sure if we can go to the Proving Ground. Here we go. Let's take a look. So, Orzarmmar, gotta speak to the lords. It's in chaos, undressing the assembly. The chamber assembly is in the Diamond Quarter, yeah. We can go there now then. Can go here. Oh, there's a signpost there as well. Can we interact with it?
It is begun.
Oh, I believe I may have done that already.
Very well.
Diamond Quarter right, proving ground straight ahead. Ah, that's here, yeah. Okay, we can go here. There we go. And in here. Can we talk with anyone?
Ancestors watch your path, Grey Warden.
I believe here's where we walked when we went to our proving.
If only King Edwin could have lived to see you return.
No. There's something here. Council writ. It's more of that. I believe this is new, or no, this. No, I think it's the middle one. It is agreed that no rules of procedure were explicitly broken, but a 5-day filibuster is nonetheless worthy of censure. Division of House Gorosmote property was deliberate for a full session, and forfeiture of the sovereign estate deemed a necessity. Since the birth of young Kate's necessities his elevations to noble status, and it is unthinkable for noble families to live in the slums, it is the responsibility of the father to accommodate the placement of his family. It is not possible to simply generate new space in the Diamond Quarter without compromising structural integrity. Lord Dace comments that if Lord Gorosmote didn't want a new heir, he shouldn't have slummed for a concubine, was indeed inappropriate. But the proper procedure for the resolution through proving was followed. Both parties agreed to accept his retraction, and that matter is considered separate and closed. The decision of the assembly regarding the placement of the Duncoat clan stands. From a writ of the Assembly Zoning Council regarding the placement of the Duncoat clan. Let's see if we can talk with any of the people here.
Ancestors watch your path, Grey Warden.
Greetings.
There's a noble here.
I hope the Assembly picks a king soon.
Hope so as well. And I wonder who will be. Hopefully we can have a say in it. Someone here.
I did not expect to see you again. I am afraid you will find Orzarmmar much changed.
Is it true there's civil war on the surface, too?
Yes. Oh, because of Loghain.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzarmmar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Harrowmont your king now. The public has a right to know.
Someone here.
Atrasvala.
Ah, that's the guy that we talked with.
Don't talk to me, exile. Your brother Trian was my friend.
And I didn't kill him. So weapon rack here, we can take that. There we go. There's someone here. Lady Days.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
No. There is something here. Ah, House Harrowmont is where it looks like. Okay, and I'm guessing further up here is like Bhelen's, Orzarmmar's Royal Palace, Orzarmmar Chamber, and Assembly, and the Shaper is here as well.
Orzarmmar welcomes the Grey Wardens.
Thank you.
Orzarmmar welcomes the Grey
They
Wardens.
both say the
Harrowmont
same thing.
is a weak man, and he will be a weak king. Yes.
What?
Mine is an honorable task, and I shall drown out anyone who claims otherwise.
Trian was a good man. What you did was unforgivable.
What Bhelen did, excuse you.
Good day.
Greetings.
Greetings. So, Orzarmmar Royal Palace is there. There's a noble
Is it
here.
true there's civil war on the surface, too?
Yes.
I can't believe House Harrowmont would overstep itself like this.
Overstep itself like what? This is the Orzarmmar Chamber Assembly. There's a
Must
noble
we stand
here.
so close to the edge? Can you not feel the mountain directly over our heads?
Oh, I wish Orzarmmar were not in such a state.
Understandable. Someone here.
I'm surprised to see you here, traitor.
I'm not the traitor. And I'm guessing the Shaper is here. Yeah. I think I'll go to House Harrowmont first. Maybe we can talk with Harrowmont himself and see what's going on exactly. Here we go. I believe it's back here, right? It's not this one, but it should be that one then. Here we go. And up here. Let's see. Got a butler.
Welcome to Lord Harrowmont's estate.
Thank you.
We never lost faith in you.
That's nice.
You should have been the eldest.
I wasn't though.
These are the personal apartments of High General Lord Harrowmont. No visitors are allowed at this time.
Okay, so I'm guessing I have to talk with them.
It is a relief to see you alive.
Let's see what they have to say.
Lord Harrowmont sends his greetings, Exile. He was surprised to see you back here.
I would speak with Lord Harrowmont.
You may have convinced his lordship of your innocence, but it is my duty to protect him, even from his own folly. We've already caught more than one of Bhelen's spies trying to get close to his lordship, so I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
How can I prove I'm not working for Bhelen?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Bhelen found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Ooh. So I have to prove we have to go into the proving again. So you'd like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Bhelen would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the provings and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Ooh, we can take care of that. So we have a new quest. Win the provings in Harrowmont's name and find out why his fighters dropped out. Lord Harrowmont will not see you in person until you prove yourself trustworthy. There is a proving being held today, but most of Lord Harrowmont's men have dropped out of the fight for undisclosed reasons. Duelin Forender wants you to fight in Harrowmont's name. It would also help if you could find out why Harrowmont's fighters dropped out. Find out why Basil won't fight. Basil Harrowmont, one of Harrowmont's fighters, has decided not to fight for Harrowmont in the provings. You should try to find out why. Find out why Guidon won't fight in the provings. One of Harrowmont's representatives in the proving Guidon has decided to drop out. If you could find out why and persuade him to fight again, it would certainly help Harrowmont's case. If you are to fight as Harrowmont's champion, you are to fight as Harrowmont's champion in the provings. We can do that. I feel like it would be easy enough. What's down here?
These are the personal apartments of High General Lord Harrowmont. No visitors are allowed at this time.
So I'm guessing we can't go in there.
It is begun.
You wanna open it? Is this allowed? I highly doubt it. Okay. Sure. There's nothing here anyway, but yeah. Would it say anyone anywhere here? Where they could be? Oh no, wait. He said it was in the proving grounds. So I'm guessing it must be there then, like down here. We have to go down here again, and then go here. I think next we could go to the Shepherd perhaps, so we can take care of the chant in the deeps, because I believe we have to go there, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, we have the Shaper, so I'm guessing the Shaper must be there. And then this is for the deep roads. This is if we want to speak with them. And we have to also go to the assembly to speak to the lords. And this is for outside. We have to go to the Circle of Magi for that. And this is for the provings. Oh, we can do that. I think I'll head there then. But I think I'll leave this episode here for now. And then in the next one we can go to the Shepherd and speak with them. Then we can go to the Orzarmmar chamber assembly, speak with them. And maybe we could also check out the royal palace. I think the guy, one of Bhelen's men, must be there. I feel like Kalen must be residing in the royal palace since that was our original home, but now King Endrin died, or our father died. So I'm not sure if he will still be residing there. And then we can go here to the proving ground and talk to Gwydon and Basil and find out why they don't want to fight anymore. And then also we can fight the provings ourselves. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!